I love you, man. Bye. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
If you don't know, man, you tuned in to Let's Yap About It. Even though I don't talk, but you got something to say. Stuck emotions out now.
Now y'all tuned in to Let's Yap About It. This ain't no podcast, it's a problem cast. I know why the name Fat Pimp Texas very own. Hey man, tell your baby mama I'm looking for her. Tell your wife I'm looking for her. That's what it is, man. Let's Yap About It, man. This ain't no podcast, it's a problem cast. Fat motherfucker Pimp, let's go, man.
Cool. Don't lie, cuz I don't fuck with too much talking. I don't be on that yapping shit, cuz. But you feel me? We can yap about it. You hear me on the podcast, you hear me? Yap About It podcast. Goddamn, go tap in with my people, bro. You hear me? Cause Smush gonna come with the interview real soon, too, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in, you hear me? We be talking with Yap About It podcast. Nigga, let's yap about it, cuz. Heard you was still talking, cuz. Let's yap about it. Fuck it.
Yeah. Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap about it. Yap About It podcast. Yeah. Starring Raw Bass. Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap about it. Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap. Let go. Yeah. Let's yap about it. We in the mix. Fit too savage. Let's yap about it. Content was so living, had to pray for all of my children. Now the whole world be listening. Talk to niggas from prison, spoke how they was living, how the COs be tripping. Rappers losing on the back end because promoter dudes be dipping. Seen the show when the dude started out of bloods, then start cripping. Stripper niggas stop tipping, out of game niggas stop flipping. Bad attitude, so he had to move just to keep his ass out of prison. Seen a show about a young hoe, fucked on a sister, man, no apology. Let's yap about it. If the bitch come around me, she can holler at me. Check my Instagram, she was following me, cause she knew I be where them dollars be. Rapid funds, but I keep it going, I fuck you up, no apologies. Yep. Let's yap about it. Yep. Let's yap about it. Yep. Let's yap about it. Live with Raw Bass. Yep. Let's yap about it. Let's yap about it. It too savage, savage like music.
Y'all, we are back better than ever. Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir. Glad to be back with y'all, man. We're talking straight to it. Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Man, there was so much in that documentary that I didn't know. There were some things in the documentary that I already did know. And it was just a roller coaster in the beginning, but then it began to focus on who he was in the earlier years. Then it got down to the later years. And I think it was something that was an eye opener as far as what Puffy's been through. I think this is a testament to what you have to become in order to achieve greatness. Um, I understand that, you know what I'm saying, he became such a sociopath and a narcissist at some point, but can we really say that he's the only one? This is just a small glimpse into his world, even leading up to the days of his arrest, you know, which was something serious. And when I look at aka aka Brother Love, um, it made me understand some different things and different aspects about business and how sometimes you have to cut throats in order to go into a certain realm. You see me cover Tuesday the whole Byron Allen situation, which was the $10 billion lawsuit, which was settled, where McDonald's had agreement to where they would speak on what was happening behind closed doors. Now here we go. We got Diddy on that same level of them going into the business endeavors and his business practices. Some of the things that get done in the business world, which the business world is a place of war. I'm talking about on both sides of the spectrum where people are trying to win, people are trying to screw people over, people are trying to get that power and that leverage and to stay in power. Make no mistake about it. Yes, did he make mistakes? Of course. Yes. But here's the thing. You are what you become in the environment that you're in. And I think that that right there in itself played a huge, intricate part as far as who he was and what he became over time. And we're going to discuss a couple of things on that tonight. But I do raise the question, I really do want to know your opinion, especially when it comes to this. The Diddy documentary, The Reckoning. What did you think of it? I really want to know if you want to drop in a comment or whatever that you want to do. I'm going to give my perspective on it. There may be some others that want to join me tonight. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put um, guest link in the chat so you can come in, you can speak your piece and give whatever opinion that you want, especially when it came to this documentary. So it's in the chat. All you got to do is use it, don't lose it, and don't abuse it. We definitely gonna get to it tonight, man. But I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Straight up. Because there's a few talking points that I want to go over tonight, especially when it comes to dealing with this that went on in the process, you know. And I think this is going to be an eye opener for everybody to understand exactly who and what Puffy, aka Diddy, aka Brother Love, was and became. So, without further ado, welcome to the Let's Yap About It podcast. We're changing the world one conversation at a time. I'm Robert Higgins, aka Yap, aka the voice of reason, aka Rob the Prob,
What the problem is?
your host for tonight's program. Please subscribe, like, share, hit the like button, and let us know we appreciate you for tuning in. The conversation we're having tonight's broadcast is concrete and tough, but nonetheless, we want to spark the brain, entertain, most of all, explain in detail what we're yapping about. But without further ado, you know I got to address one thing. Tonight's broadcast is brought in part by Bomay Vodka, not only the official drink of the Let's Chat About It podcast, it is one of the best lemon-infused spirits out. Check that 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 out. Listen, from the hand squeezed organic lemons infused for a refreshing taste, it will set the tone to any occasion. Made from real ingredients, this is the taste that you are looking for and will enjoy for times to come. But I want you to do me a favor. I want you to drink responsibly. Do me that favor. Drink responsibly. I definitely am excited. Um, and I think that this is going to be a great episode. If you pay attention on my Instagram, I dropped the episode that I did with Mark Curry. Shout out to Mark Curry. You know, listen, we talked behind the scenes. And make no mistake about it, Mark Curry, former Bad Boy artist who used to write for Puff, man, he got me to my first 1,000 views. Make no mistake about it. When this was popping off and these things were going on, he spoke his truth. He gave his honesty. Mark Curry wrote a lot for Bad Boy, and he actually helped them in the resilience after that last album, Bad Boy, I believe it was 2000. He came back with P. Diddy and the family, and along with many others. And I want you to understand exactly what I'm talking about. There were a lot of people that don't get mentioned behind the scenes. How do I know this? Because I did due diligence doing the research. Shout out to Mark Curry. Shout out to Black Rob. May he rest in peace. Um, Shout out to Smitty. If you don't know who Smitty is, he was one of the ones that wrote "Girl, I'll Trade It All," and he was one of the guys that wrote the underground smash hit "Diamonds on My Neck." If you ever heard that, Wayne actually wrecked that beat too. You know what I'm saying? By the way, but Smitty was a great writer, and he also had a great song with Scarface and John Legend called "Ghetto" and Kanye West. So a lot of those guys don't get the credit and the respect they deserve because they stood the test of time on the underground. And make no mistake about it, a lot of these guys that get signed, they're on the underground and they're waiting for their moment to shine. So a lot of times they put in the work on the main artist album because their creativity is hungry. Their creativity is innovative and creative on the spot because they want to get to a certain level of position. And make no mistake about this, a lot of CEOs, a lot of rappers that are in charge that have their own record labels use this to their advantage. Make no mistake about it. Before you get into this industry, sometimes people have laid the groundwork. Even Rick Ross, around with Tony Draper and a lot of other people through Slip and Slide, they rose to prominence by putting in the groundwork and setting the foundation to be great. So shout out to Smitty, Mark Curry, Black Rob. There was a lot of artists that were on Bad Boy that put in the work and put in the foundation to bring back that record label that was actually going down in the process, but they brought it back to life. So shout out to them boys that don't get mentioned. They don't get mentioned. I like um, the fact that you know what I'm saying that those were the guys that don't get mentioned. Those are the ones that I look and the ones that I appreciate because they have some of the most memorable bars. And don't make no mistake, Mark Curry is one of them. If you ever get a chance, go listen to that P Diddy album. He's actually featured on that song. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't. He's actually on that. So check out Mark Curry. He also has a book out, by the way, a great, remarkable book. If you ever want to check it out, go to Mark Curry. You can find him on Instagram. He'll actually sign the book for you. So, and he also goes live. And I've talked to him on several occasions. And peep the interview that I just put on Instagram. But tonight we do have a lot to yap about. The Diddy documentary, The Reckoning. What do you think of it? And the reason why I'm asking people what they think of it, because make no mistake, and I want to say this and I want to bring it to the forefront when it comes to, and you can comment, chat, whatever you want to do. By all means, the floor is yours. And also, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. And it looks like everything is a go, but I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. So in the comments, please drop a thumbs up. Let me know that we're all clear. We're all going all sequence. Make no mistake, this documentary, to me, what do you guys think of it? But I'm going to give you my opinion about it. The Diddy documentary was nothing shocking about it, to be honest with you, because being in the corporate world of where I've dwelled in for many years, teaching aspect, uh, retail product and service aspect, to telecommunications aspect of it, there is a certain way, and I'm going to say this, I'm trying to put the most correct way I can. The way that these people have to carry themselves is relentless, and they are almost damn near uncompromising unless you have something big, significant that can change the effects of it. Make no mistake, Diddy rose to prominence, but Look at what he went through in the process if you watch this documentary. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it affected me in such a way to learn how serious you must take your business. Second of all, you have to be borderline narcissistic in order for you to get where you're going. And then also understand this. Your vision is not everybody else's vision. But if they don't believe in your vision, then it becomes the vision. And then 9 times out of 10, you don't reach the pinnacle of success that you want. Make no mistake about it. This documentary was explosive and it was also produced by 50 Cent. Now, you know that they've had their issues in the past, but 50 Cent actually had his issues with a lot of people in the past. Make no mistake about it. What does that say about the character of somebody who's willing to keep a man when he's down, right? There's opportunities in it. And believe you me, when it comes to the rap game, I had a great conversation with my boy, Social Currency. Shout out to Social Currency. A lot of times we discuss art, we discuss fashion, we discuss a lot of things in the business uh, aspect of politics that go on within hip hop, rap, if you want to call it the genre. Nonetheless, I think this. Hip hop isn't that mature to where things can settle and things can be exactly where they are, just like in rock and roll, like in country, just like in any other genre of music. Hip hop is still in its adolescent stage to where you have people that have become petty. You have people that will stop at nothing because it does, yes, it does have a competitive drive, but it also has a competitive drive to destroy somebody. We've seen this countless times through rap beefs, rap battles, where careers got ended. You don't see this in country music. You don't see this in rock and roll. You don't see this in even necessarily gospel music. Everybody has a open space for their talents and skills, but hip hop is the only place to where your career can get destroyed based on lyricism and court of public opinion. That's exactly where it is. But I ask this question: did Diddy deserve exactly what he got just for a couple of mistakes that he made? Does he deserve what he went through in the process? If you did watch the documentary, there were so many things that stuck out about the situation in itself. Um, and I'm going to say this: did I have mixed feelings about it? Yes. Did I have mixed emotions to the point where it was a moment of like, I can't believe he did that, but then I can understand exactly why. And the reason why I say this is because I come from the angle of learning behavior, studying coping mechanisms, studying the things in the areas of where people who have become resilient in the most destructive, most chaotic, most negative places to where it drove them, it fueled them. They actually came out um, better than what everybody else expected. And make no mistake about it, a lot of times these guys move with a chip on their shoulder. And it's good to have a chip on your shoulder. You know why? Because I learned this, and shout out to Jason Black, that sometimes they become relentless in the pursuit of success. And when you become relentless and uncompromising in the pursuit of success, there are some toes that are going to get stepped on. There are some throats that are going to get cut. There are some things that happen in this documentary. Um, Now, if you look at the aspect of what went down and how things went down in this, there were a lot of things that stuck out to me. And like I say, if you want to join, by all means, I drop guest link in the comments, and I really do want to know your opinion about this. Um, I want to start this off. There was a lot of things that were hidden, definitely in this documentary. Make no mistake about it. Was it good? A 1 to 10 aspect of it, I give it a five. And the reason why is because I want to get into details about it. Now, I want you to check this out. Video opens up what looks like it's grainy, right? It's private footage. Sean Diddy Combs is agitated, talking intensely on the phone. Why? Because this is the kind of footage Sean Combs likely never wanted you to see. Reportedly filmed during the chaotic period of his federal investigation, it was a key part of the explosive new documentary that, like I said, 50 Cent produced. But the most shocking part of it isn't just what's in the documentary. It's the war fought over the film itself, and the sequels, even in the series, might not fully go directly into. I'm gonna break down the history, and the reason why I'm saying this is because there was a cease and desist letter that went out on some of the footage in this documentary. Now, I'm gonna say this, right? And this is what you don't understand. That even though Netflix got sent a cease and desist specifically on this documentary, when Puff gets out, he may be having a right to sue Netflix. What? Absolutely. And most people don't understand that you have to get written consent. See, there's a process. Diddy knows that process. And if you think that you're going to use some of this footage to paint a narrative, you already remember he's been acquitted of a lot of those charges. So if Netflix released this, he has a right to sue. And what is that? Reckless endangerment of the truth. I want you to understand something. The battle for Sean Combs' legacy is officially on at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, his rival, 50 Cent, did what he did, coming on the hot heels of his federal investigation and the raids that sprawled all of this and created all of this. It unpacks a lot of disturbing allegations against one of hip-hop's most powerful figures. It features interviews. It did all of these things that created a certain picture for Puffy, aka Sean Diddy Combs, to be painted. I'm not taking up for Diddy. I'm not condoning his behavior. But when it comes to him starting out in the process of him becoming great, the thing that he wanted to do first for the community was already destroyed. I want to talk to y'all. In that documentary, he goes in on the fact that he actually tried to do a community basketball game and do something for the community and also be able to bring his name to the forefront in a positive light for everybody to be able to come together. But understand, anytime that you do something in the black culture, you really do have to be mindful. Now, mind you, it's just a basketball game. It's just for everybody to come and enjoy themselves, relax, and it got turned into a tragedy where people died in the process. But here's the thing, you cannot do something in the community without understanding that there's always going to be a negative light, and that negative light is nigga. There's always niggas involved. But I want you to understand something. In this video, there's a lot more to break down. The most shocking claims from the series, but most importantly, what I want to do is I want to expose the explosive battle that's happening behind the scenes. Fight over this very footage, which Combs' team reportedly called stolen. The pattern of the alleged corruption of the documentary is only just beginning to connect, right? You got to understand there's a pattern of allegations that came along with Diddy, right? To understand what might be hidden first, we got to look at the documentary, what it lays bare too. The reckoning is built around a mountain of allegations that led to a massive federal investigation into Sean, right? After shocking raids in the process of what he went through, he had to brace himself. You know what I'm saying? Raids on his Los Angeles, raids in Miami. The music world was bracing itself for a potential bombshell, but we didn't understand the seriousness of what came with this. And the bad part about this thing, about the Sean Combs documentary, is that even in the process, they released the footage, even though it could have been a problem. Who I'm about to bring up here is none other than my boy Tim. I got to give him a round of applause. Finna bring him up here, man. Listen, we got so much to yap about tonight, man. and this was a good look into the life of Diddy. And I really want to explain this, and I really want us to understand the significance behind this documentary and what it means to be a mogul. Because just what? You'll live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I promise you this. But none other than Tim is up here, man. We definitely doing our thing in our ones and twos. Man, shout out to my boy, man. Come on up here. Let the folks know and let them know your handle, man, for real.
Oh yeah, I got it right there in the caption, man. That's Timbo the Great, man. Let's get it.
Man, for real, for real, for real. Listen, I really want to know, in the process of everything that happened, man, what did you think of the documentary? And I'm gonna let you go first on that.
Um, it was well put together.
Mm-hmm.
The production was top notch. Um, the stories were compelling. Does that mean I think it's all true? No, but it definitely was compelling. It definitely was had you at the edge of your seats. Shout out to 50 Cent. You did your big one with this one. And it was done in a way to where they had to put multiple disclaimers to let you know that you know I, it all right. So
Come on.
you had to put the disclaimers because this is a lot of hearsay. I still say it was tastefully done because what you did was give a platform for people to come on and tell their truth. That don't mean it's the whole truth and nothing but the truth, though.
Mm-hmm.
I may be one of the few, but it kind of made me have a different appreciation for Diddy, if that makes sense. And I know a lot of people, they'll go against it, but it definitely shows me that in the midst of Harvey Weinstein, in the midst of Donald Trump, in the midst of all these scandals that's been going on, because you got to look, the Prince in England, I mean the king actually, like he threw his brother out of the kingdom, the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
These people now putting documentary on each other, but the lynch and the money they probably threw at this black man 50 Cent to go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
tear down another brother and go through great lengths to tear each other down is amazing. Like it really shows me that Willie Lynch, Jim Crow, all that is still alive and well. You feel me? It ain't
Come
going
on, man.
nowhere. It's here to stay. You know what I'm saying? It's here to stay. Oh, it ain't going nowhere. Like, no, it's going on to the end of time, man. It's a few people I'm disappointed in. Capricorn Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the guy with the dreads who started the business with him. Like, it's like, and the DJ. I mean the producer, Lil Roy or whatever his name was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leroy, whatever he was called. But
Yeah.
this is my thing. Women, I get it. Victims. Look. That's what it is. What it is. Check it. A woman is easily manipulated. I could believe it. But for the producer to say you woke up in bed multiple times, you didn't know what happened, you were sore, all this. What made you keep coming back? Um, Even the guy who started Bad Boy with him, uh, Diddy first 50 million.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy kept 25 million, I believe, or it might have been 2.5 million. He told him, "Hey, that's you. That's yours.
Mm-hmm.
You know you didn't have a hand in building this business." So when he came back and told you, "Hey, look, I'm gonna go ahead and take that," because he was trying to protect things. He was trying to protect getting sued from the 9 people that got killed. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch all 4 episodes?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so he was trying to protect himself, so he put the LLC in his mama name and then the guy's name, and he was like, he came back for that. It should have been no resistance because when the first checks dropped, he gave that to you. So you want to say, oh yeah, they came through a baseball bat and scared me and all that, but you really didn't have no claim to that money, so it shouldn't have been a problem. Like, we can sit here and put the eerie music behind these stories y'all telling. We can sit here and put y'all in dark rooms to make it look real menacing, make it look, a certain type of way. But Business is business. And what
Mm-hmm.
I seen was Diddy never forgot he was doing business. In all these stories they talk about, Diddy did business. Like they can talk about the Biggie situation with the funeral. Hey man, y'all want to come film? Y'all want to be a part of this? Hey, I'm putting a fee on that because guess what? If I'm paying 100% for the funeral and y'all think y'all finna just come and let y'all network make millions off of what I done put together, oh y'all, I'm putting a charge on y'all. That's no different from Trump with the tariffs. That's no
Mm-hmm.
different from anything that goes on. You get what I'm saying? Like so, man, look man, hey.
I'm gonna say this. You just
Now,
made
hold
an
on. Let me
excellent
say
point.
this last thing. The Indian juror, he said, "Hey man, I didn't see nothing but two people in love," and he said that if it was that bad, why? Because he didn't know Diddy. He never heard of Diddy. He was just a regular guy. He said, "Man, if it was that bad, why did you keep coming around?" And he got to see the text message. It's a lot of stuff they saw in trial. Even the black lady said that it was stories she was hearing, and she was like, "Man, like, nah, like, cut it out." So they can do all these theatrics, backflips, and all this to make it this way. Hey, man, look, the man only got 50 months, and he might get an appeal. Did it? He just deposited 200 million before he went in. Best believe
Mm-hmm.
the real Diddy documentary will drop when he get released, and there's gonna be a lot to
Come
be
on.
said.
To make an excellent point to what you said, and this is for people to understand that how business works, right? Even George Floyd funeral. Oh, trust me, the networks got paid for that. There was a process for them to film and to be there. Those networks got paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. This was watched worldwide. So for
Al
people to
Sharpton got paid
understand,
to speak.
come
Believe it.
on,
Yeah. And George Floyd was not a rich man. So yeah,
come
that
on.
money came from somewhere.
So, and this is an enlightenment for people to understand. Most people don't understand business. They might understand 1%, and that's just being a consumer. They don't understand the ins and outs and ends of production, different things of money being spent, different areas of activity to where things go on, to where money is processed for it to continue on. You know what I'm saying? That anything that is done on TV, there's a processing fee. Even the NFL, as big as they are, they have what you call is a what network contract, right? NBA, same thing. Soccer, same thing. So when you start seeing a black entrepreneur going in pursuit of his greatness, he's just basically doing exactly what everybody else is doing, and you
Bro,
cannot put your feelings behind it.
look, they showed that in the contracts, like they mad Diddy wanted his money back from studio time. You think I gotta work the lights, the electricity bill running, I gotta pay producers, y'all in here working for hours, and then y'all mad because they said, oh yeah, every time we recorded, he got paid. No shit, is my studio. Like y'all think y'all supposed to get free studio time?
Come on, man. And
Yeah, man, bro. One more thing. This is
go
the
ahead.
thing. In reality, Diddy funeral should have been paid by his family. The fact that he even stepped up to do that, not because he taking responsibility of what happened to him. Like it's like, hey
Mhm,
man, it's my artist. I want to do it big for him. He a legend. I want to go big for him. Like,
mhm,
come on, man. Like that shouldn't even matter. Like this is insane, man. Like, um, even him going out to Harlem, he embracing
mhm.
150 people. You gonna demonize the fact that he got in the car and said, "Man, I need a bath." Man, when we all know COVID, flu, all this shit going on, like he literally shaking hands with hundreds of people. You gonna try to demonize the fact that when he got in the car and said, "Hey man, yeah, I need to give me a bath, man. Hot water, peroxide." Like they made that like, oh my goodness, like he just think he's like what?
See, here's the thing. When they started uncovering things like this that happen, these are things that get done in business and in fairness, and nobody complains about it when they come from the business world. And make no mistake, and I said this, and me and oh yeah, and I got to send a special shout out to Social Currency, man. Shout out to my boy, he over here right now. We talked, and some of the footage that they tried, like you said, they put the scary music behind it to make it like it was just something groundbreaking and what have you. All the Tupac stuff, all this, but leading up to what he was doing for the community out of his own pocket and trying to get and recoup just from the very event of the basketball game. And look at what it turned out. He was doing something for the community. And then guess who ruined it? Niggas.
Like,
Come on, bro.
you want to be a part of a basketball game so bad,
Yeah.
you gonna trample. They said the game never even started. So like, imagine that. Like you thinking like, man, I'm finna go back to my hood. I'm finna do something big for everybody. I'm bringing all the celebrities out, and then 9 people come up dead.
Come on,
And I'm
people
gonna say
lose
that's
that,
the
bro.
only distasteful thing I hated about that because man, you ain't even blew out these dead people's faces. Like you showing these people lifeless on stretchers, all that type of shit. But all this is like as if like this something he playing or something. Like, come on, man. Like, man, that was some dirty ass shit, man.
And what's so bad about it is once again, remember I told you, Dr. Amos Wilson, the image of a black man, even from his success to his failures, is a $1 trillion industry. So guess what? Of course, yeah, we groomed Diddy, we created Diddy, and we can also destroy him in the process. So yeah, we put this in the documentary specifically, and these are what you call triggering effects. Most people don't understand shock value and triggering effects that come with the TV. You know what I'm saying? It's a social engineering thing, believe it or not. When you
Hold on,
watch
but
certain
Rob,
things, yeah.
why George Taylor wasn't a part of the documentary?
You know why? Because at the end of the day, it might be a conflict of interest. You see what I'm
No, but
saying?
I'm
There's some,
saying that's your baby mama. Why you didn't
yeah,
put her in there? Cause she testified. You
yeah.
use Cassie. You use these other. Why you didn't put your baby on there? Because you knew it was gonna show the real reason of why you got this vested interest in this.
You see what I'm saying? And that's where you got to understand. We live right now in 2025 where the shining days are basically over. If you're not a top 1%er, you still struggling even in the middle class, right? So even if she did in the process of being showed in that interview, the money that equaled up to the amount of even being in this Netflix, she was gonna be broke right after it. And you got people
No,
that
no,
are
no,
willing.
no. But this is what I'm saying. Even if she didn't get paid, because he didn't pay
Mhm.
Cassie. I'm
Nah.
saying why you didn't put your baby mama testimony on Front Street either. Now did he get out and make a
Hmm.
documentary about 50?
Hmm.
And he get Ja Rule and the guy who stabbed Ja Rule out of Murder Inc. You get a phone call from Supreme. You get 50 Cent son that's alive, Marquise. You get these
Right.
people to come on here and do a documentary about you. It's gonna be but I'm gonna say dog, Diddy's so big and above all that, he wouldn't even waste his time. But it just shows you, man, like this was built off of nothing but jealousy, envy, and hate, man. Because I can understand. I done seen plenty of interviews with 50 saying bad things about Diddy. When they asked Diddy about 50, he never reciprocate that same energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when they was like the whole shopping night, he'd be like, man, the nigga dressed, I ain't like how he dressed. I was just trying to get the nigga some clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then to get the sex worker to have him come out. Like and do these interviews and all this shit. But the dude was getting calls from Cassie.
Hmm. Yeah.
Cassie was flying him out. Cassie was doing like and the man even said he said, man, did he never directly pay for none of the flights, none of that kind of. So what was the purpose of bringing these particular people in? And then Capricorn Clark, you mad because you got fired because you supposed to be loyal to me. You out with my girlfriend while she cheating with Kid Cudi. Like it really shows me, man, like the industry is just dirty, dog. Like, man, did a whole lot, man. He gave you a network. He didn't pay a lot to HBCUs. I'm not making a man out to be no angel. Some of the shit I do believe that maybe he did snap on his mama because, you know, it was so much built up, you know,
Hmm.
from what the dude was saying, like his childhood friend was like how she used to beat him. He couldn't even like get the words out. I believed it. I believe that
Yeah.
hurt people. And I believe, yeah, it's a lot of demons. Diddy never did get the face. A lot of battles he didn't get the face. But I did see on that raw, uncut footage when he was talking to his son, he like, damn, like, these people broke or something. Like, where is this coming from? Because this lady was just doing interviews talking about how good I was to her. Now, why when these people want to sue, now she's saying this and this happened. And then what's getting me is you saying this stuff happened multiple times. Then the dude who started bad, well, Rob, can he actually say he started Bad Boy with you if it was Diddy money and all that shit? Did he use you just to like
To
funnel
lay
money
down the
through?
groundwork. Yeah.
But this guy now all of a sudden at the end of the documentary they use him to close it out like he got sexually assaulted multiple times. Rob, do you believe a man your age, you think he gonna get one pass? Like,
Come
come
on, man.
on, man. Like,
Yeah.
cut it out, dog. Like,
You know, what I started examining about exactly where Diddy Hart was in the beginning, right? Uh, Prior to that, of him wanting to be successful, and then him following the footsteps of him being in Uptown Records, right? He was studying and following that blueprint in the
Andre
right
Harrell.
manner, right? And even going through the process of what he went through with his mother, yes, he had some underlying demons. Of course, he did. But the thing was, most people that go through that process understand that they come in this game with a chip on their shoulder. They're trying to defy the odds. They think about this: going through what he went through, going to Uptown, then discovering talent, and him being relentless in the discovering of who he discovered. Jodeci, you know what I'm saying? And the list goes
Mary
on.
J. Yeah,
Mary J. Blake.
the locks.
Yes, all of this. It takes time. It takes.
Why Jada went on the documentary?
I think he chose to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think what they went through as far as his publishing and what have you. I think they cleared that up. They got right, and I think they're on the honest ball. You know
But
what I'm saying?
they was all in drink champs together.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it couldn't be what y'all making it out to be. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something about black people, man. Black people don't understand business. This I hate to say it in a
Hold
nutshell.
on.
Check
Say
it.
it one more time.
Black people don't understand business. So like this, with me being a business owner, right? All right, from Sunday to Friday, right? Sunday through Friday. Oh, I'm everybody's best friend. We in there, we kiki, we ha ha, all that type of shit. Saturday, I'm the villain now. Let me turn my head backwards.
I
Now
know
I'm the
why.
villain. You
I
know
know why.
why?
I know why.
Well,
Booth
what's the
rent.
reason?
Booth rent,
Huh?
baby. Booth rent, dog.
I was time to pay.
Come on, man.
So,
Come
so
on.
look, you think because so look, you think because we having these good conversations and shit like that, like you don't have to pay to be in my establishment. It shouldn't be no resistance on it. Like, oh well, hold on, Tim, give me another. Hey, you know what time it's due at 12 o'clock. What's up? Come on, bro. Like some days I don't even show up to make sure y'all able to exceed what you need to make for the week. You get what I'm saying? But
Come on.
guess what? When 12 o'clock roll around, I'm looking like, hey, well, I ain't got my Apple Pay, I ain't got my cash. What you got, cash? Oh, come on, tell me, hey, man. Hey, hold on. I got you at 7 o'clock, man. Hold on, let's do it 12. I can't walk on Walmart with a cart full of groceries and say, hey, man, I'll be back Monday to give y'all money. It don't work like that. So that I feel like because a lot of people didn't understand business, and I know this your boy, Mark Curry, he your boy, but I feel like, man, y'all dudes ain't read no country. Even that girl Babs, right? She was like, Diddy gave her 24 hours, he gave her a stack this big. But her lawyer kind of broke it down to her like, hey, but look, this contract is basically in telling that he's going to give you fame, not fortune. But you got to understand this. Any record label you go to, they're not making you rich on the first contract because we rolling the dice. Like, we're actually putting money out.
Come on.
You get what I'm saying? Like, unless you already a mega star and then we sign you, yeah, we can throw some money your way. How can I promise you $4 million when you've never sold one album before? Like, we got to make sure, like, hold on, well, look, this first deal is going to be a development deal. Meaning, yeah, we're going to put you in the studio. We're going to put you in a music video. We're going to put you on different people's tours to see what kind of money can you generate.
Come on.
Then, but check this out, that goes with the NBA. The NBA, like, man, they ain't just throwing money your way. Like,
Come on.
hey, man, hey, look. That first rookie deal, that's a dummy contract. That's just to say, okay, let's see, can he stay healthy, what he produces, what his averages are, can he sell jerseys? Because it's bigger than just what you do on the floor. All right, look, can we market you? If you in the city of New Orleans like Zion, okay, look, how many endorsements can you get? Because
Mm-hmm.
this is going to generate asses in the seats. Like, people got to understand that. Like, people feel like, oh, my first deal, I supposed to be 10, 20 million strong. Like, nah. Where am I going to make the 10, 20 million back from?
Black people got to understand this too. business is not one-sided from consumerism, and that's the thing that we've only learned in from education of being consumers. They don't understand the process on the other side of what it takes and what it means. You know what I'm saying? That's in anything that you do. Even in the grocery store, it costs to create something and to distribute it to get it someplace. So a lot of times people don't understand, even in the music industry, that when you're contractually obligated and you sign on that dotted line, that means you're understanding the verbiage. If you don't understand the verbiage, get your ass up from the table, get you the right lawyer, and make sure that you understand contracts. Come on, listen. We've had too many movies talk about this. We've got Cadillac Records. You know what I'm saying? We got what was the other one? Hustle and Flow. We've got all of these movies that have came out countlessly talking about the record industry. And you mean to tell me that you don't know nothing about a contract or even what you've seen, even the Locks with Raping You Records. You know what I'm saying? They had those skits on there. You gotta stop, and what we gotta understand is that those people in the position of power that have the money, that have the resources, that have everything, they have the coverage and they have the leverage on it. That's what we got to start understanding. Most people don't understand that those record companies are putting the money behind you and they want to make sure that they recoup by any means necessary. Because guess what? When you don't sell that many records, guess what you're considered as? A loss. A
Right.
complete loss. So be thankful for the process of you even being in the presence of being blessed with the opportunity of being able to come up. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Most people don't understand that.
They don't. And
So
they never will, like, because you gotta look at this. Diddy came from a place where having a secure job, like, you know how this is, Rob. You can
mhm,
have a job, you can have job security. But the minute you branch out, they forget Diddy got fired. So when Diddy got fired and started Bad Boy, he went through a rough patch even with Big starting off. So
mhm.
he had to build this from the ground up. He didn't have somewhere where he could just say, hey, well, look, like, all I got to do is come to work and go home. No, like, he had to build Bad Boy up. So in doing that, like, I think the other 2.5 million when he gave it to old boy, the dude was like, hey, well, you know, this supposed to go towards the overhead. Diddy was like, nah, go ahead, do whatever you want to go do with it. Like, he just appreciated the fact that, hey, man, I'm glad you let me put this in your name. You know what I'm saying? But the
Mhm.
dude really felt like you really got legal claim to this label. And it's like, no, nigga, like, this me. Like, they don't even know you. Like, I didn't even know Bad Boy was quote unquote founded by two guys. And then check this out, the whole Steve Stout situation, right? Steve Stout was out of line, man. You know what I'm saying?
He all
Because
Let me say this. He always getting his ass whooped for sticking his nose in business that he ain't got no business,
the
dog.
man
He is
called you and said, hey,
confused.
because he didn't realize what he was doing was, out of pocket. So he like, hey, look, hey, man, hey, don't release that footage. We're gonna redo the video. You feel like, oh, nah, man, fuck that. Not gonna go throw this shit out here, right? To Hezekiah Walker approached him like, hey, man, they ain't woo-woo. So, yeah, like, yeah, he came and got on your ass. Like they making it like that's just like some crazy ass shit or something. Like, nah, nigga, like I told you don't do this. You went against the grain. Hey, I'm finna come see about that, man.
I'm gonna say this too, and most people might not even know this, and this is just some real shit. He ain't the only one. There's somebody, and I want to say this, that actually had to put hands on him too for being disrespectful. Shout out to Freddie Fox, aka Bumpy Knuckles, who had to put pause on Steve Stout for doing some bullshit in the past too.
Man,
So
it just you know, I just hate to see like because for real, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Snoop, so many people has done business with Diddy
mhm.
and ain't got nothing to say about it. Like movie stars, it's a lot of people. Man, everybody fuck with Diddy. They can say what they want to say. Kobe Bryant, everybody done been to the Diddy after the parties, after the BET Awards, the whole nine out of shit. I hate how quiet everybody is about the situation. And it's really some dirty ass shit, man. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like it's some down bad ass shit because like even the schools he done donated money to. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
All of New York, everything he done for the city of New York. Like nobody gonna back him up. Like everybody just gonna sit here and let it roll. Obama, being real with you, Barack Obama. The first time I ever voted was during the Obama administration. The first go around, the second go around, I ain't fuck with it.
Mhm.
Check it. Diddy had the vote or die campaign. Ran a
Yeah.
marathon, got everybody when he ran the Mohawk, got everybody involved to come vote. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's like we're going to race all today, right? Behind some freak offs. When even in the midst of hearing the freak offs, I really didn't hear nothing like too egregious. And let me say this about the lady who say who never seen a video of her being sexually assaulted. She say, quote unquote, it got played at a party. To this day, and then on the disclaimer, it say that Diddy is still denying that ever happened. Okay, to this lady, if it happened, I'm sorry for that. But what I'm saying is, this is still hearsay. Even the white girl done when they told her, "Oh yeah, we saw you. We for sure it was you." The lady was like, she don't even have a recollection of it. So she was like, "Well, did I get raped? Did something happen?" Like she don't even know. It's like, man, at some point, man, y'all got to cut the cap, man. Like.
Man, I'm gonna say this. You
So
gotta
now this man sit here putting shit in y'all drinks. You know what I'm saying? But like Rick Ross and all y'all niggas, y'all sitting on the sideline. Ross, Meek, all y'all, Khaled, all y'all niggas who know y'all fuck with this man on the daily. Nobody saying like, nah, man, we ain't never seen no shit like that.
I'm gonna tell you why, because it's all strategic and opportunity. You know what I'm saying? We call those finish line finesses, where they come at the end and then they'll say, "Oh, Diddy, we was just trying to make sure everything was the coast is clear before we, you know what I'm saying, roll out the red carpet for you." But I want to give some real game on what social engineering does. It was very strategic to release the Cassie footage, right? This documentary was already in the works when he went to jail, right? So when you release the Cassie footage, that anything that had anything to do with him on everything else, you were not going to listen to, because guess what? The most relatable thing is a woman being assaulted. You're not going to hear anything else after that. You know
And
what
that,
I'm saying?
that's the only footage you had of him doing anything out of pocket.
Yeah.
And what's crazy about the black lady, the juror 65, she was like, well, he not even on trial for that.
Yeah.
Like this is my question. What stopped Cassie from calling 911? Because if this wasn't like a thing that happened, like you never call 911, like you was into that toxic shit. Like man, I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of girls right now. We see it. Like even with like Dame and Minnie, like we see this shit like get portrayed online every day. Like some women just like the drama. And people looking at like, oh, she just a pretty girl, she this and all that. Man, she was into some shit, brother. Like
Absolutely.
God, listen, the dude said Diddy wasn't giving him the coke. She was. She was giving him the X pills. She was getting into this shit. Like she was collecting the drawers of semen and everything. I guess playing with it after the fact and all this shit. It was like really. I'm gonna say this: if this the best you could come up with, you really didn't come up with nothing but a crack of shit. And I'm gonna say this: as far as the I call them the sheeple, not the
Hmm.
sheep, the sheeple, it's the sheep people, right?
Hmm.
The masses, yeah, they're gonna run with it, or because it's a lot of people that's not even gonna actually watch the documentary. They hearing sound bites, people telling them about it, and they gonna roll with it and just be like, "Oh man, this nigga just yeah, he this, and all that." But in reality, man, what I saw, that man, kids was besides him the whole documentary. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm paying attention to your mama, your kids. How many times you seen 50 Cent with his mama?
Come on, man.
Man, do you see 50 kids backing him, supporting him on anything? Like, this man really like his sons. All this man, if all this was happening with their mama, where were they at?
Come on, dog. And, and I want to bring the icing on the cake about this. This is something that you probably never thought about, right?
He manipulating the kids too?
Come on. Listen, here's some real live of some real live shit about this, right? Most times we forget about what we call as the hip hop police, right? the hip hop police trail rappers. We've been knowing this since the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? They even did a documentary on the hip hop police. We had Bun B on there. We had The Game, 50 Cent, G Unit, everybody. The hip hop police was a special task group to monitor rappers coming in and out of the city, whether it was drugs, guns, or anything like this, right? We see they caught. Now watch this. You see they got what's his name? Casanova, Casanova 2 times, with the Rico indictment, right? You
Yeah.
had Bobby Schmurda, you know what I'm saying? The cops was in on that, right? But it seems to me, even with Diddy, they don't have enough, which leads me to believe if the hip hop police been existing, they've been around since Jay Diddy, the 50 Cent beef and everything else, and they don't have anything to come out of it. How much actually of this is really true? Because they monitor you 24 hours a day. They're in unmarked cars. They're in the hallways of the hotels you go to. They're on the West Coast. They're on the East Coast.
Hey,
They're
hey, hey,
oh,
Rob. And if you see, you remember Diddy when he was in the hotel, he told the cameraman,
uh-huh.
zoom in over there. What was on that rooftop?
Come on, dog. Come on.
Police. He said, yeah, get them
Police.
on camera too.
Yeah.
Like the show, like hey, they're around me all the time. Hey man, man, you're not gonna have that much money and not be followed. Because guess what? Anytime you go on a flight, it's an APB. Hey, look out, yeah, he on the way. He
Yep.
chartered the flight from here to here. Hey, y'all make sure y'all get the authorities. Whatever. When you got that kind of money, man, you can't live comfortable, dog. You know what I'm saying? And because that video said it was 6 days before his arrest. Why y'all outside of my hotel? It ain't no warrant out for me.
Come on,
What y'all
dog.
out here for?
It it raises a red flag on the way that this documentary was presented, and by using key people that were close but not so close. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Uh
no. Most importantly,
yeah.
people that had falling outs.
Yeah.
Man, Rob, it's a collection of exes that's not pleased that I could be in a relationship right now, right?
Yeah.
If you go do interviews with them, and no matter how good those relationships was, if you put them in front of a camera, what you think they're gonna say about me?
Oh man, it's gonna be a whole bunch of negative.
I'm
It's
a
gonna be a
gaslighter, I'm a manipulator,
yeah.
I'm controlling, I'm mentally abusive. Like it's like whatever word is popular, it's gonna get used.
Of course, and the reason why it's gonna get used is because it also presents itself a moment of opportunity. There's even fame in the negativity. You know what I'm
Cause they finna
saying?
get books.
Come on.
Capricorn Clark, man, she in the process of writing a book right now.
You
And
feel
look, how they try to do it is because I'm in pictures with this person. Oh yeah, I really got the scoop. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, like come holler at me. Like, I really got the scoop. Right? The man made you a millionaire. But check this out. Why I can't remember her name, but she was like the lead choreographer he had. She was like real popular, the black lady, she could dance. Her Why Farnsworth Bentley, who was really with him every day.
right.
Why didn't these people on the documentary, dog?
And that was one of my biggest things right there. Farnsworth Bentley, who was actually at his beck and call all the time.
All day long.
Not one. Come on, bro. That right there is a disappointment, which leads me to believe that this, like you said, it was intentional to leave out certain people, to leave out certain parts, to, you know what I'm saying? And I think that it does a disservice because a documentary is supposed to be truth, right? It's supposed to
Right.
be fact
But but
finding.
but Rob, one thing you gotta know in business, you're gonna be the villain to somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Like whenever you do business, if you decide to hire a homeboy, right? And you like, okay, well, I got a liquor store. So look, the doors need to be open at 8:30. Well, I need you at the store at 8:30 to get everything together because we open at 9 o'clock.
Mhm,
If you got a partner, eventually he gonna push that line, get there at 9:05. You missing out on business. Stuff like that, right?
mhm.
When you actually have to fire him, you know what he gonna say about you? Man, that whole ass nigga, like, he not gonna tell the whole story. It was crazy. We was talking about this in the barbershop today, right?
Mhm.
Uh you were like so I can know somebody that know you. And I be like, man, yeah, man, y'all know Rob. A nigga be like, yeah, man, nigga, they're a hoe. Right? My next question is, well, what makes him a hoe? What is it? Ah, man, yeah, man, I said that nigga get whooped. Like what? Well, what you mean? What happened? Oh, 5 dudes jumped him and he curled up. What?
He said, bro,
like what?
bro,
That make
bro,
him home because he was getting beat up by 5 people.
come on, man.
Like what you think you gonna do if it's 5 people on you punching you hard? Like your equilibrium. Like what you think finna happen? You finna curl up.
Come on,
So
bro.
that's what you going out for. But then
Come
if
on.
you seen this man 1-on-1, you wouldn't do none of that shit. Like that's what gets me. I feel like, and again, I know this your boy, Mark Curry, but like it was like you mad because you wasn't on the Bad Boy reunion tour. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he probably looked him. He brought the heavy hitters, 112. Man, them people don't have nothing back. Nobody out of 112. Nobody out of Total. Nobody. Mace didn't get on there. Another thing. Biggie family released a statement saying like even the funeral and shit like they like man that shit ain't true. Like that's not the case. They was like man for us Biggie paying for it, all this. They was like, man, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but guess what though? That's something that it got said, and it was like, oh yeah, that'd be good. Set it on camera. Because one thing about it, and we know who I'm talking about, he used to always say, the court of public opinion.
Come on.
Like once you do that, once you put it out there, that's what it is. Like, to this day, Bill Cosby still known as a rapist. When we know in reality, like people who really did their homework, these women asked for these drugs.
Come on.
All he did was, oh, this what you like? Okay, bet I got it. Molly, whatever. Hey, cool, I got it. But to the masses, even though Bill out of jail. But people are still gonna look at what you got arrested for. Rob, you go to jail for rape, not be convicted. You could beat the case. People are still gonna look at you like, well, they said he raped them girls. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta quit it. You beat the case. Like, even though OJ got acquitted, to OJ dying day is OJ got away with killing his wife.
It's always that stench. You know what I'm saying? It's always that stench of
In the black community though.
yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Because we're always I said this earlier in a post. I said it's always convenient for people to listen to anything as opposed to doing the research because it takes work. And what's crazy about it is this is I looked at another person that was interesting that has been talking about Diddy for years, which his name was Gene Deal. And Gene Deal wasn't an intricate part of this documentary because he was his bodyguard. That made
Right.
that rose the red flag to me. I'm like, where's Gene Deal? Gene Deal been speaking on this man for so
Yeah,
long. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So why
Yeah.
the fuck
I
was he
forgot
not
about
in
him.
it? Come on, bro.
They
Come on.
got a security guard. I never knew nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
So it made me to believe that a lot of this documentary was an eye opener for alleged. It wasn't really
Wow.
no truth into the process of it. And then even tying him to the whole Biggie thing and Tupac, whole issue, he kind of remained as he's had beef with 50 Cent, he still kept his mouth closed as far as the negative energy. He did the same thing with Pac. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that people can't move strategic and get things done behind the scenes, but nonetheless, it doesn't look like the man really got anything on him. And I think people have really tried. He's been winning for so long. You know what I'm saying? What do we always say? You live long enough to see yourself become the what?
Yeah, the villain.
Yeah,
And that's the thing. Like when you could put the type of music to make something so festive with it, like him dancing, when you can make that like look so eerie, like the man dancing having a good time, but they put like the dark music to it, to where it's just like he just like this nigga a maniac, dog. Like man, it's crazy, dog, because it's like Diddy was really like the face of like black success at one point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you think of it, it's like I will say this. The reason I'm gonna give Jay-Z his card, I feel like Jay-Z knew like this how they eventually do you. To where that's why I ain't on social media. Like you not finna be around me when I had these parties and shit. Like I'm not even finna get y'all the footage to even play with me like that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, these people will fuck you up, dog. Like I look at how man, like Diddy was like one of them ones. Like even when I was younger, like I looked at like even before Jay-Z, because Jay-Z had ended up surpassing him on money, but I used to look at it like the pinnacle, like as far as like this rap shit. I was like, man, like Birdman them cool, but like, man, they ain't getting money like Diddy. Like, man, Diddy had, man, I wore Sean John. I wore the cologne Unforgiven. You know what I'm saying? The Ciroc, the whole night, it was like, man, I was like, man, this nigga like on another level, dog. Like, Diddy really like that. To where they even turned like the phone call when he had worked the deal, right? He worked like a big multi-million-dollar deal and threw the phone like, yo, give me some more, give me some more. They using that footage like
like he was a crazed, like he was just crazed and just a sociopath.
I'm
You know
like,
what I'm
man,
saying?
what? I remember the conversation. Like he was on the because it was on MTV.
Yeah.
He had just closed out the deal and he was crying like, oh yeah, like I did that shit. They using that phone.
Man, I've always said this, that all it takes
Woo,
is
like,
all it all it does take in black culture is some scary music and something that looks obviously weird. And I'm gonna say this, and this is not a knock on 50 Cent. I think what he did was he tried the Ja Rule effect, because remember, Ja Rule was singing and what have you, and he poked fun at him for singing and doing the same thing that he was
and then
doing
you
on his
start saying,
records. And then you start singing, right? It's the same thing. He tried that same effect, that old formula, and it's not working for those like us that do the due diligence of doing the research and knowing what shit really goes on behind the scenes. He tried this with the documentary, but it was visual. But I don't think that it came out the way that he wanted it to be,
no,
because the key
no.
ingredients of the people that you thought would have been in the documentary aren't even in the documentary. So come
Nah,
on, bro.
then it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, all right, look, you go get Al B. Sure, right? And, like, no shit. Like, you know, this man gonna be bitter about the situation because that was his girl first.
Yeah.
To the point he like, oh, I told her, yeah, man, go on get with him. He gonna be real rich. Nah, nigga, you had a problem with that. To the point where people look at your son like he's Diddy's son. You know, the bright skinned boy
Yeah.
Quincy, like people look at him like
Yeah.
he's actually Diddy's son. You know what I'm saying? So like, nigga, you wasn't doing nothing for them financially. You was fucked up. So yeah, hell yeah, this your moment to get your shine on and to have a place. Just think about this, Rob. You been raising somebody's child for all these years. He
Mm-hmm.
been a deadbeat ass nigga. Now I'm saying he on the documentary saying some shit about you. Like, boy, you don't sit your ass down. Like,
Get so goofy ass up out of here, man.
say, man, like, man, I'm gonna say this, man. I don't watch it twice. I have. It's certain episodes I don't watch multiple times. Just because it is entertaining. It is it's edgy, is like I said, the production is top notch. Like I can't knock that for sure. But I really watched it like to put in my mind, like if I fired a barber today tomorrow, right? When he goes to the next barber shop, he not gonna remember that. Hey man, Tim through toy drives, gave away bikes. He did moonwalks for the keys. They not gonna throw out none of that shit. Like if we end on a bad note, I'm like, hey bro, look, check this out, man. Look, you in here fucking these heads up. You coming to work high. You smell like weed every time you come in here. You come in here drunk on the job. Hey bro, look, it's not a safe environment. Your baby mama coming up here acting crazy. Look, hey, you gotta go head on. He's gonna leave with a bad taste in his mouth. And what he's gonna tell everybody, yeah, that whole ass nigga, you know, woo woo da da. Like I know that's what come with the game. So that's why I'm looking at who's doing these interviews, and you purposely went and found people who didn't have who did have bad follow. Now I'm gonna say that one girl, and her story was that she actually did it for 5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
how much money did you make throughout the course of being with Diddy? Now you asked for 5,000 as a favor, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is we've always done business. So you got your money from doing business. You feel like you can come to me for a personal favor that has nothing to do with business. So yeah, he told her, no, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But the key ingredient was she knew how good Diddy was to her. That's why she went on to put that statement out as well.
And, and let me say this, and shout out to my boy Social Currency. We talked about this today. Hip hop hasn't matured yet. It's still young. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the face of rock and roll, when you look at the face of the blues, you look at the face of gospel, there really isn't a lot of negative competitive as far as it being messy. You see what I'm saying? everybody has a space to make their own money. Everybody has a space to create their own brand. Everybody has a space to do them. Hip hop is the only space that is not matured. It's only what 50 years old, into where it has always been from a competitive drive, but a street drive. But however, it gets disrespectful. Hip hop gets very disrespectful to what they calling our baby mamas, different things like that. That street element has always been there. But as far as doing business in the real world, that has no place. Yes, this documentary is good. Yes, it was masterfully put together to make it interesting, to draw you in as far as the persona of what people perceive as Diddy. Yes, but the reality overall of what he's done as far as business wise, awesome. Who he was, guess what? You become more of who you are depending on the situation in itself and how much deflection and how much competitive is against you. Remember, I said this about the Byron Allen lawsuit thing, right? What did I say? The black man has to work 3 times as hard to get 10 times as less. So you can only imagine him sitting in these executive and board meetings where they're trying to give him pennies on the dollar. Imagine him going through all of this process and even going through what he went through with Ciroc when he wanted to branch off with De Leon and do his own thing and really become a staple, just as these multi-billion-dollar companies have been around since the 1900s, 1800s. Now I'm trying to put my foot in the game to where now I could be wrong, be alive and relevant. Guess what they did? And this is what people don't know about the top 1% about doing business. They are evolving and changing things because guess what? They've allowed more millionaires to come up. They've allowed more creativity to come up. And these people that have been around for so long know that there are black folks and other cultures nipping at their heels, and they're going to be out of business soon. So they have to close up the gap, rewrite laws, rewrite legislation, rewrite corporate business entities and different things that you have to go by to where it's going to be damn near impossible for you to get in. See, what they thought was his mindset was just to take the money. Nah, his was to create a brand and a legacy. And that's what we got to understand. Stop trying to paint a picture of a narrative about who Diddy was as far as using the music and using all the bullshit and using all of the allegeds. Now, let's get to the reality of when he was sitting in these board meetings and they denied him. Let's talk about when at the many times that he took Bad Boy when nobody else believed in it, and he took it up on his own and he put up his own money, and then he did what it was necessary to do in order for him to be the success that he is.
And then look, Rob, when Andre Harrell got rid of him, you gave him Biggie because you didn't really have a vision for Biggie. You really didn't think Biggie was gonna be what he was. That's why I was like, oh, I'm gonna give you him too and let you go on. You was really thinking Diddy was gonna fail.
Boom.
That's the that's the thing. People ain't looking at things like it's crazy because all right, Andre even said like Diddy got to a point where Diddy was like a necessity for him. Like he needed him. You know, like this man like did this and this and all that. Once the label started praising him, saying like, oh, like he the one really doing this, it was like, oh, nah, I'm finna get him up out of here. And look, hey, look, I'm gonna shoot your artist on GP, and that's you, right? Because you felt like, man, I'm gonna use them to be the. Why you didn't give him Mary J? Why you didn't give him Jodeci?
Come on.
These people that was already established.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you Big, man, because they ain't really my sound anyway over here at Uptown. We don't do gangster music, right? But it was another clip that I found funny too. So like it was showing like the Bad Boy reunion tour when Diddy was like he had the all red leather on, he was standing on the thing. He had Maze, Kim, everybody was backstage. And he was like, yo, man, we been human. But tonight, man, we get on stage, we're gonna be superhuman. It was like, damn, you put some dark music around it. They was like, what he just saying, like, man, we finna go out on stage and kill it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what he said wrong. Another statement he said, they put emphasis on this one when he was sitting on the couch. And the dude was like, Diddy couldn't get his lines together, and the dude was like trying to say it. Diddy was like, hey man, hey, don't do that no more. Like, basically, like, don't play me on camera. That's all he was saying. Like, it wasn't like no big thing. He was like, hey, bro, like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So he was sitting down, and he was like, yeah, I don't want this to feel like the first time Jesus walked on water or blase. He was like, because you know that's really the only person I compare myself to, right? They put dark music around that too. Like, I thought that's who we supposed to be trying to emulate. So it's like. They try to make it like, oh, he got a God complex. You know, he got this and that. Like, a lot of that shit was corny, man. Like, and I get it. Like, that day of footage they got, I'm sure his anxiety was up. Like, no doubt. Like, man, you know these people finna close in on you at any given moment. So like they showing him, you know, trying to keep himself festive, trying to do whatever he need to do to like keep his mind sharp and all this. Like you you take him saying, "Hey, you want me to put this in my fanny pack?" Like, what was that?
Come
Like,
on.
like the man putting his socks on. He like, "Hey, you want me to put that in my fanny pack?" It was like as if like he telling him go hide some cocaine. Like it was just crazy shit, dog. Like I'm like, man, what are they doing, dog? Him riding the bike, through Times Square. Like you showing this like, what are you trying to prove? Like, what's going on? I'm
I want people to understand something, right? Don't let this documentary be the end all and be all of an opinion of what they allegedly put together, right? Because being taking a peek into the 1% of lifestyle of where he was moving around, he's consistently think about how your mind has to consistently run. You're watching your money, you're trying to land business deals, you're trying to create a space to where you have more opportunity to bring on more people to make your brand bigger. There's an ultimate sacrifice in sleep. There's an ultimate sacrifice in family time. There's an ultimate sacrifice in energy. There's an ultimate sacrifice in your mental capability, being able to move forward when everybody else is asleep. I'm still up grinding, trying to figure things out. And even being black in America and trying to climb to the 1% is 10 times as hard. And I tell people, you look at your Elon Musk, you look at your Steve Jobs, you look at all of these people, and Elon Musk, you know what I'm saying, is with Tesla. But if you look at him, he looks like a rock star, right? You know what I'm saying? He's always on the forefront. He's with Trump. He's with you know what I'm saying? He's always outside. Same thing with Diddy. But the thing is, will his transgressions and his 14 baby mamas be put on the forefront? Will they make a documentary about Elon Musk? Will they make a documentary about Steve Jobs? And Steve Jobs started at Atari. You know what I'm saying? He became relentless. People said that man was almost damn near a maniac. Are they going to make a documentary series
I'm gonna
about
say,
him?
Rob,
Come on.
they would, but only because he's dead. Like Epstein. Now I seen it. What they released. They released what the island looked like. I'm looking, trying to see, like, okay, like, what's, like, I'm looking for the shit they showing. I'm thinking like, damn, that was a nice island. You know, that was a nice house. Like they showing the views of the house. Like, okay, like what? Now, what I did get out of that is December 16th to 17th. They not gonna highlight that.
Yeah.
Hillary and Bill got to come in for a deposition.
Come on, man.
You think they're going to jail?
Absolutely not, brother.
And the deposition gonna happen under the radar,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna be in there. So it's like they protect their own. Even the ish community, the same with them too. You know, whatever. Clive Davis, I heard he's done way more worse things than Diddy, but they're not gonna talk about Clive. You know, it just.
I'm,
I'm gonna say this:
mm-hmm.
Dr. Dre,
Uh-huh.
Jay Z,
Mm-hmm.
these other moguls like this, like. That's why they keep them cameras out their face. That's why they keep certain things like out the way. You know what I'm saying? But we heard stories about Dr. Dre whooping the shit out of Michelet, all these different people. Like they not putting out these big ass documentaries out. Man, you just wrote Diddy got like 500 years the way this documentary got put out. But when they put 50 months, like I know 50 sound like a lot, but in
Yeah.
reality, like 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. Like, we doing a documentary about nigga that got 4 years. Like, they got documentaries about niggas that got life, double life, 100 years. Shit
Come
like that. We
on.
talking about a
Come
dude.
on.
Think about this.
Mm-hmm.
COVID happened in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed like just yesterday.
Right.
Because we about to be in 20. We talking about 7 years removed from COVID. Do you know in how fast 4 years from the flyby?
We'll have another
If
president.
he end up even having, because I feel like he gonna do a year and come on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's man, that shit crazy, man. And I'm gonna really be sick thinking about the people who gonna try to rally behind him once he's out. Now they gonna, oh yeah, bro, the Rosses of the world. Because Diddy was helping you promote your soap, slippery slope, all that shit. You was a Ciroc boy, French Montana, all y'all niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Y'all niggas wrong in the motherfucker, man. Hey, Rob, I wouldn't let them crucify you on TV and not have nothing to say. You feel me? Like,
Man, same here, bro. You already know what time it is, man. Listen, when the heat gets turned up, you gonna see who gonna sweat and who gonna try to get back to the cool. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, when you solid and you 100, it ain't nothing that's supposed to stand in the way of your true brotherhood. Fuck a friendship. It's supposed to be a brotherhood. And we gonna see when this man gets out of jail who's gonna be standing next to him. Because if you try to put your hand around me, I'm gonna punch you dead in your shit for real.
so, Rob, I'm about to get ready to lay it down, man. I just jumped on for a little bit.
Man, salute, man. I think we might need to do a part 2 because I think we need to get into that situation and how that whole debacle came.
Yeah. We ain't talking about Shine and J-Lo and all that. So, we gonna tap into that for sure.
Matter of fact, Sunday we'll do it. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a Sunday conversation. Y'all come back for part 2. We gonna do what we do, man. For real, man. Shout out to Timbo on the check-in, man. Come on. This documentary has so much into it, man, but definitely we're going to come back for a part 2 next week. I want to send a special shout out to Social Currency. I want to send a special shout out to my boy, OG Fry. Shout out to everybody in the Houston area. I don't care whether you're from Trinity Garden, 5th Ward, Acres Home, Studewood, Mo City, Pasadena, 2nd Ward, 1st Ward. It don't matter where you from, man. Salute to you, man. And I appreciate you for joining me tonight. We're going to do a part 2, man. Y'all come back. Y'all drop y'all comments, man. Y'all share this. We really want to know. We have these type of conversations because everybody think that everybody's going to jump on the bandwagon and diss people. Nah, we like to do the due diligence of doing the research and making sure that we get it right over here. Walter Concrete says it is a responsibility for you if you're in the media and you stand behind a microphone. You say the right thing, you do the right thing, and you most of all, you be honorable and true in your verbiage and your words towards people. Man, that's what we stand on. That's the integrity that we live by over here at this podcast. So shout out to everybody for joining me tonight. But before I go, I want to send a special shout out to Ed Hennings. Listen, you all longshoresmen, listen, $25 to $50 off your work boot purchase, courtesy of Let's Yap About It podcast. DM me for the details. I'm always going to show y'all love, especially when it comes to the savings. If you get a chance, go to pandemoniumclothingclub.com and use code podcast. And you're going to get you 10% off your purchase, man. We got some of the flyest gear, some of the most exclusive gear that's going to get you fresh. If you think I'm joking about Pandemonium Club clothing, listen to me. Everybody's wore it. Queens Flip, Mano, Dave East, Jeff T over there at the 520 podcast, me, yours truly, and the list goes on, man. You already know I'm about exclusivity, especially when it comes to the fashion world. Shout out to Pandemonium Club Clothing, man. Listen, we doing our thing. We're going to continue to do our thing over here, and we're going to celebrate, and we're going to show nothing but love when it comes to you, the people, because without you, the people, this would not be possible. So for tonight, I would like to thank you all for joining for tonight's broadcast. And if I came up in your feed, my bad, and you stopped to take a peek in, then come in, join the conversation, and comment down below. But we come to the end, so tell a friend and let the conversation begin tonight. So until the next time, we got a lot to yap about. But before I go, I want to send a special shout out. And who's taking us home tonight? None other than Asteroid. He got a song called One of One that's fire. Hey, we out. And until the next time, we definitely gonna yap about it. Asteroid, song 101. Take us out, baby. We done. Let's go.
Nah, this feel like one of them ones. I ain't been with you, and maybe that's why I'm acting up. Or it could be this liquor that's making us go and speak in tongues. But baby, I got this vision, you gotta see it, trust. I've been in rooms with Mrs. before we grew in love. I ain't too super on stitching, but let me knock on wood. Cause I feel like that little engine who really said he could. From the stars to your hood, heart to heart, now we got it locked, guess it's understood. She said la vie, you a moment of time, that's more than me. Might just catch me and vibe and flow the keys. Girl, you sexy and fine, I wanna feast. Now tell me what's your favorite station. I'm trying to know all your ins and out, no infiltration. The way that you caught my eye just like a pin location. Never seen out of focus, never broke the patience. Banishment on my own, it's like I need a crisis. Baby, she ain't too long, I like to keep it patient. Baby, I'm still alone, I like to cheat the dates.
So, run it up, my love, you had me stuck like I have nowhere to go. And I really messed up, no bringing me down, I'm trapped in a rabbit's hole. So listen here, Alice, I want to enter your wonderland, and I'm wondering if you'll give me another chance to dance under the strobe lights and hold tight like a cold night.
Matter of warm vibes, brand love bites in a smooth ride. Just wanna go long ways, what's the wrong way? I ain't never need no side, it's always me and my me's and this pretty bitty on my eyes.
And I can defy the time and space to see my one true love. My pretty little mistress is a miracle from the one that's up above. But a minute, don't fuck this up. Kinda dizzy, I'm losing blood. Don't go like, what's the rush? Put it on me to make me hush. You the only one in this club that can make my black ass blush. Cause you know I got a crush. This my 7th can. Crush my piece of candy. Crush like what the fuck? Bittersweet feeling. Throwing up from lust. Don't get it.